I still remember how she looked at me that morning, composed, steady, almost at peace. The divorce papers rested between us on the kitchen table, her signature already drying in blue ink. Mine was the only one missing. "Just sign it, Daniel," she said softly, like she was doing me a kindness. "It's better this way." Better for who? For her, it meant freedom. For me, it meant the end of the woman I once believed I'd grow old with. I studied her face, cold, unreadable, a stranger's eyes staring back at me. 6 years of marriage, 3 moves, 1,000 shared dreams, all coming to an end with a calm voice and a flick of her wrist. What happened to forever, Emily? I asked, my voice cracking despite my effort to sound strong. She sighed, tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear. "People change, Daniel. You're not the same man I married." She said it like she was talking about furniture that had lost its shine. I signed the papers, and just like that, she was gone. The weeks that followed were hollow. I half expected her to walk back through the door, to say she'd made a mistake. But she didn't. Instead, the whispers began, mutual friends mentioning that she'd met someone new. It took 2 months to learn his name. Ethan, her co-worker from the marketing firm she joined last year. The same man she'd once sworn was just a friend. I'd trusted her, blindly. And when the truth settled in, it wasn't anger that consumed me. It was humiliation. The woman I'd loved more than life itself had replaced me quietly, efficiently, and without remorse. I spent countless nights retracing every argument, every distant smile, every late night at the office. The puzzle pieces fit together too perfectly now. By the time I finally stopped checking her social media, she was already living with him. Life went on, though it didn't come easy. I threw myself into work, running the small construction business. My father left me. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest, and I poured everything I had into it. Still, something in me had cracked. I didn't laugh much. I didn't trust easily. Then one morning, everything shifted with a single phone call. "Mr. Walker," a voice said on the line, "this is regarding your late uncle, Charles Bennett." My uncle, my mother's estranged brother, a man I hadn't spoken to in years, had passed away. "I'm sorry to hear that," I said quietly, not sure what else to say. "There's one more thing," the lawyer continued. "You've been named the sole beneficiary of his estate." I froze. "His estate?" "Yes, sir. Several properties, company shares, and liquid assets valued around $13.4 million. $13 million. Me. I thought it was a cruel mistake, but 2 weeks later, I was sitting in a lawyer's office, staring at the proof. My uncle, who'd built a real estate empire in silence, had left it all to me. The nephew who once sent him a Christmas card when no one else bothered. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Overnight, everything changed. New house, new car, new life. For the first time in years, I took a break, traveled, breathed. And for the first time since Emily left, I actually felt free. But fate loves irony. It was a rainy Friday evening when my phone buzzed with a number I hadn't seen in nearly a year. "Emily." My heart stuttered. I stared at the screen, torn between deleting it and answering. Curiosity won. "Daniel," she said softly when I picked up. Her voice was fragile, unfamiliar. "Emily," I replied flatly. "Didn't expect this." "I know. I've been thinking about you." I almost laughed. Thinking about me or about the money? A shaky breath on the other end. "You've heard, then." "It's a small town," I said. She hesitated. "Can we meet? Please." Every logical part of me screamed no. But some small, foolish piece of me, the one that still remembered her laugh, her scent, her warmth, whispered maybe. Against my better judgment, I agreed. We met at the same cafe where we'd had our first date. She looked different. The polished confidence was gone, replaced by something uncertain, desperation, maybe. "Daniel," she said, eyes searching mine. "You look good." "Money tends to do that," I replied, unable to keep the bitterness out of my voice. She winced but pressed on. "I made mistakes. I see that now. I shouldn't have left." I leaned back, folded my arms. "You didn't just leave, Emily. You erased me. You moved in with someone else before a divorce was even final. Her eyes shimmered. It wasn't like that. I thought he was what I needed. But it was wrong. He's gone now. Left when things got hard. So what now? I asked, you want to come back? Start over? She nodded slightly. We had something real once. We could have that again. Her voice trembled, but I saw it, the calculation behind the tears. She wasn't here for me. She was here because I mattered again. Still, part of me wanted to believe her. God help me, I did. I don't know, Emily, I said quietly. You didn't even cry when you walked away. She reached across the table, brushing her fingers against mine. Because I thought I was doing the right thing, she whispered. But I was wrong. You were the only one who ever really loved me. Her touch was warm, familiar. For one dangerous second, I almost forgot the pain she caused. But then I remembered the nights I cried alone, the silence, the betrayal. I pulled my hand away. Emily, I said softly, I loved you with everything I had. And when I lost you, I thought I'd never recover. But now I realize I didn't lose you. I lost the illusion of who I thought you were. Her lips parted, but no words came. I don't hate you, I added, but I can't let you back in. Not after what you did. Tears spilled down her cheeks. Please, Daniel, don't do this. You already did, I said, standing, a year ago when you chose him. I walked out without looking back. Months passed. She tried reaching out, texts, emails, even showing up at my office, but I never replied. Eventually, I heard from friends that Ethan had drained her savings and vanished. She was living in a small apartment now, working long hours for little pay. Part of me pitied her. Another part called it justice. I didn't gloat. I just moved on. Bought a lake house. Started volunteering. Slowly I rebuilt not just my life, but myself. And one quiet evening, as the sun set over the water, I realized something profound. The inheritance hadn't saved me. The loss had. Losing Emily forced me to find my worth, not in money, not in love, but in the peace that comes after heartbreak, when you finally stand on your own. Sometimes when the night grows quiet and the wind moves through trees, I still think of her, the woman who once promised forever, and the man I was when I believed her. But I don't miss her anymore. I just remember, and that finally is enough.